And all of them all are interlinked with each other. From the third dimension, the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, these are the higher realms of heaven. So when you say that they fell from the heavens, they lowered themselves in thought and density. You know, we are basically offsprings of titans that once exist. When you're looking at your mountains, when you're looking at certain mud fossils and stuff, you are looking literally at the titans. So this realm of third dimension is billions of years old, and all walks of life have existed here. So, you know, there's nothing new under the sun, and everything has existed, or eventually will. And there are so many different levels of beings. Just like in the animal kingdom that we know of, you have the marsupials, you know, that'll be with the, you know, the kangaroo, the koala bear. And even over here in the Americas, we have the possum. Those are marsupials. That's a different type of mammal. So you have species within species. You know, you have the honey badger, the wolverine. They're all in the same family. And just like that all over the world, the marine world, the atmospheric world, the underworld, there are many varieties of different species of entities, both physical and metaphysical. So the AI has been in growth to distract us from the reality that these things actually exist. Because of course the government, they want to put a cage on everything so they can control what you know, when you know it, and how much you can know. And by, you know, taking gifts from the government or offers, you know, we give them permission to control our life. You know, when we sign contracts and binding spells. But in all, everything in its origin is spiritual. So we're gonna always have fake cryptids, offsprings, like these Nephilims, which I personally feel are the Sasquatch, without a doubt. Giant indigenous beings exist, and they live in a cave system. I've been to Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico, and I know for a fact it could fit several blue whales just inside the cavern that I went in. So, you know, and there's cavern systems going towards Austin from Houston. You know, there are many cave systems within this earth. So anybody that can doubt and say that the hollow earth is a conspiracy is out their mind. There's tunnel systems that lead all over this world. So there's a subterranean system, and the Fae are categorized as being at war with man at one time. This is where you get the Middle Earth and the Lord of the Rings and all of those things. These are all remnants of a truth. And they've existed amongst us, and they have breeded with some of us. So we have many beings walking amongst us and that you would think is human, but they're not. You know, that's why they put a lot of the NBA players in the NFL and the NBA, because they have to do something with all these different hybrids, because they're always been amongst us. But the more indoctrinated, the more they normalize everything. You know, you don't know what you're looking at if you look at a dwarf. You know, you don't know what they could have been called in the more older days. Before it was called an alligator, it was probably considered a dragon and things like that. So this is our understanding of the unknown and the unseen world. And there will be a part 2 to this as we further discuss the world of the unseen, the world of the cryptids, the Fae, the Jinn, the Nephilim, and the Fallen. Ancient Nine Mystery School, Saint Germain.